Hello folks, welcome back to the Play School. It's me, Phil, and I've got another piano tutorial for you. As is customary now, I'm going to start by reminding you that we now have memberships available for the channel. If being able to ask direct questions and have them answered with a short specifically for you is something that interests you, check it out, have a look. Right, on with the music. Today we're dealing with Walking in Memphis by Marc Cohn. It's a great track. It's deceptively complicated. It's not got that much in the way of chords, but the way we're going to manipulate those chords is very interesting. So, unusually, I'm going to deal with everything as it comes up, rather than confusing us with extra jazz, okay? So as usual, I'll take you through all those chords, print out your chord sheet from below, and let's have at it. Right, so this song's in the key of C. That is all the white notes, which is nice. We're mainly going to play white notes. There's a little bit of messing around in the bridge in particular. But apart from that, we're on the white notes, which is going to make it a bit easier because some of our chord manipulation, like I say, is a bit fruity. Let's start with this intro. So you'll see it on your music. It says F5, G5, C5 and A5. What's a 5 chord? Well, let's start with C, right? C, D, E, F, G. This is our root chord, our one chord, tonic chord, sorry, for this piece. And if we think about the G scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8/1, right? And the chord in its root position, that's with the name note at the bottom, consists of 1, 2, 3, and 5, right? Now, if we want to make a 5 chord, we just miss out that 3. Call that C5. Now, on a guitar, power chords are 5 chords. They are neither major nor minor because they do not have that third note. Now, anyway, what are we going to do with this information? Well, we're actually going to play like the 5 first. So for our F, which is the first chord, we're going to play F and C, because F would be F, A, C, and we're going to miss out the A. But actually, we are going to double the C. Okay, that's your first position, comes with an F. Now our second chord is G5, same principle, G would be G, B, D. We're going to miss out the middle note and double the D on the outside. Or think about it, it's just a whole step up to the next one. All right, then we're going to go down to our C, same thing, we're going to play C, E, G, skip the E, double the G. And put a C at the bottom as our bass note. It's not very low, but it is a bass note. And then for A minor. Let's think about this as A minor. A, C, E, skip the C, double the E. And those are just, again, we're just moving down rather than one whole step. It's two white notes down to the A. All right, so we're going to go step up. Find C in the middle, move down to the A in the middle. Apologies if you can hear those sirens in the background. This is L-A. So those are your chords for the intro and the verse. At least the first half of the verse. What we're going to do is we're going to lay those out from bottom to top in order, right? Should be starting to sound pretty familiar. So that's all those positions we just had, but instead of playing all at the same time, we were just going bottom, middle, do, 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 do. Okay, so that is, you play that, it is correct. But I want to point out just one thing, because when we start singing or playing along with the record or trying to get into the chorus where we change what we're doing, it is important to know where 1 is in music. It's always important to know. And 1 here is on your right hand thumb. Right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I don't know why I'm suddenly a dancer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? This bass note is what we call pushed. It comes just before the downbeat, which is what we call 1, right? So we'll deal with the very start in a second, but generally you might think to yourself, what does it matter? We're just playing the same notes, same rhythm, but it's shunted. As long as you feel that rhythm, you are going to accent slightly differently as you play across. It's very important. Now, how do we get into that? Because we don't start pushed. All we're going to do is to get that bass note to be it's 1/8 note, one note in our pattern too early, is we're going to trim our very first pattern of what is usually 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to play 3. And that will put us behind, this ahead of the beat. And now we're ahead of the beat. We don't have to change again. And that's your intro. And it will take you into the verse. I'm not going to sing too much in this. It's kind of hard to put this together as well as teaching and singing. So I'm just going to, if I don't sing, you're going to follow the music, okay? Now we've got halfway through. We've played this chord sequence twice for the intro and 4 times for the first half of the verse. All we're going to do is just drop this left hand down a little bit. So just the first F and G. Same. Then when we get to the end, for the very last one, we are going to drop that whole pattern down 1 octave. So 3rd time, left hand just goes down an octave. And then. Okay, and that will be the end, because that will get us into. Want us to be in this area so that we have a smooth transition from verse into chorus. So so let's take that whole intro and verse. I'm going to hum a little bit, so just try and follow the words above. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take you to your chorus. Right, so we've got a chorus. I'm going to teach you we've got kind of a little bit of variation as the choruses go on. So we'll deal with 1 and 2 because they're pretty much, they've only got 1 chord variation. So we have finished here. So you'll hit that on the last beat of the verse, if you like, and we're just going to hit an F. We're going to join it. With an F chord, F, A, C, root position. And we're going to play the same chords. We're going to play the fundamental chords for this first chorus, okay? Up to G, step up, same as we did here, just down here. And now for our C. C chord, for those who don't know, C, skip it, D, play E, skip F, play G. Those are your notes. From here, we've already got a G. We don't need 2, so we're just going to expand our top of our hand away. So fine C, and then the 4th chord is an A minor, which is dead easy. You're just going to change your thumb from the G, which we kept, to an A for a standard A minor chord. A, C, E in root position. that's all. It's all a little bit pushed. So if you think about. Get that feeling ahead, and then we can start to jazz it up with some extra kind of filler chords. Whatever, as long as we get that feeling of pushing and pushing ahead, that's going to see us just fine. So there's your first chorus. The only thing we need to know now is the variation in the second chorus. All it is the second time round those chords. To A minor and stay there. We just skip the C. That is the only difference. Okay, so verse 2 has this lovely variation which we're going to pick up, and it's got this pattern all the way through. It's going to change from your right hand to from your left hand to your right hand. Let me show you it first with our left hand. We've got this position, and that's what I've listed as F sus2 on the intro and second verse chords. Intro 2, verse 2, sorry. And then we're going to go to this, which is just a C chord, C, E, G. So we've got F sus2, because if F is 1, which it is in an F chord, G is 2. We're not going to have the 3, because with sus chords you swap the 3 for the number afterwards. So sus2, swap 3 for 2. Again, your basic chords for that pattern. Now there is, on the record, there's like a little push, which I don't think, I tried a bunch of different ways to kind of represent that on the piano, but if it got in the way of the flow of the piece. And sometimes when we're taking a whole band piece and trying to put it on the piano, we have to pick the part that works best. Okay, so I think this works best. And now we're just going to take that upwards repetition that we had here, right? And we're going to put it here. Huh, made a mess of that. Let's try it again, shall we? So what we've got here is what's happening is however many of these we've got space for, we do as many as we can. It's always heading upwards. It's just sometimes we've only got room for 2. 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. That's your left hand. It's a little tricky, but once you get used to it, like I say, I would just think about that melody at the bottom. Now for the first half of the second verse, verse 2A, as it is on the sheet, we'll start with that chord, which is the same as this chord, F sus2, and all you're going to do is pick up that chord, and then when this moves to our C chord here, C, E, G, this one is going to follow it and just stay there, right? That pattern 4 times. Now verse 2B, we are going to swap this rhythm to our right hand. Okay, and our bass line. So your rhythm for your bass line, 1, 2. to remember is the shape of this pattern. I'll just explain to you why I've chosen to write the chords I have. Sometimes when we've got these chords, there are a couple of different ways they could be expressed. I've tried to kind of base it on what the left hand is doing when we add it in, which is why the chords differ slightly from verse 2A to verse 2B. Verse 2B, I'm calling this F sus2 as we did before, but then here, which we've got very briefly, that I'm calling G sus4, G, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the F makes the 7. G sus4, and then this is a simple C. And now because we've got a D with an A at the bottom, that's why I'm calling it D sus4, D7 sus4 slash A. Okay, so you really, for your left hand, you're looking at the F, the G, the C, and the slash A. That's what's going to guide your left hand. It's also, don't know if you spotted, same as right, same chords again. Now, oh, and before I forget, at the end, well, we don't have a fourth time round, that one, in verse 2B, because we've gone, in the jungle room, down in the jungle room is the line, right? Again. Jungle room C. Okay, so that's the ending there, right? Now we're just going to stop on beat 1. Down in the jungle room, and then so let's try and put. So okay, so let's try and put in the intro to verse 2A and verse 2B going into that second chorus. So we've gone. Do I really feel the way I feel? Okay, so the bridge actually is not too bad. Do I really feel ya? Now we need C7 sus4. Let's find our C7 in the traditional way because we need it in a sec. So we're going to take C, E, G. For this one, what we shall do is take C, E, G, C. And all we need to do to make a full C7 chord is take that top C and drop it down 2 half steps. And we get a full root position, because the C is at the bottom, C7 chord. Now, as I said earlier, for sus chords, we take the 3 out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flat 7. We take the 3 out, and in this instance, we're going to swap it for the 4, C7 sus4, and that's the chord we're going to land on. I want you to think about your C7 chord when you go for that. I would pick it up with 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers, excuse me, because we're going back to that several times. So, do I really feel the way I feel? 2, 4, 2, to there, and then back to there. 2. I'm just going to do this for the first, like, 2 lines of the bridge. It's like we can break that chord. Go back and forth between that. What is it, 8 times? And now this is my favourite bit. We're going to go Reverend Green. Now we're all the way up here. We want this nice trunky gospel sounding piano at the bottom, right? We're going to start with an E7. So now we break away from the key of C. Or let's find it a different way. Right, in the key of C, E does exist. E, F, G, A, B. Right. Skip 5, play 1, skip 1, play 1, skip 1, play 1 from E. And we get this E chord, but that is a minor chord, you can tell, because it sounds a little sad. So to make a minor into a major, we take this middle note in an evenly spaced chord, and we take it up. And there is our E major, or just E chord. Now to find sevens, we just found this 7 by dropping the C 2 half steps. Another neat trick. When we're here, we can take this thumb note in evenly spaced root position, root note at the bottom, and drop that. And the fun thing is, because we're here, we're playing the E. I would double this here as well. Octave E is a nice and easy way to add weight. Because we're playing that there, we don't need it here, right? So we're going to go, we've been doing this. Reverend Green, we'll be glad to see you. So that is an F chord in root position. So imagine you're on your E. You're just stepping it all up by a half step. E to F, G sharp to A, B to C, right? Or just think about your F, thumb on F, this is a key of C, so F, A, C. Now, got a lovely little trick here. It's long to see you. Now, that is the little gospel classic, right? Yeah, and what we're going to do here, I've written F, B flat over F, because if we want to find a B flat chord, we keep the F here and expand up to B flat and D. And all we do is we're going to go there and back again with a little grace note when we're trying to find the A. Think of it like we've made a mistake. Whoops, whoops. And then you can drop your thumb for the E flat. That's what I would do there. Reverend Green, we'll be glad to see you. And then when you, right, yes. When you F sharp diminished. Now, I'm not going to go into the science of diminished chords here. All I'm going to tell you is to go from F to F sharp diminished. All we do is raise our Fs. It's a great way of getting up to the next chord, which is G. And on this one, we shall do exactly the same as we did with the F, but we'll do it a whole step higher. So that's G, C over G. Remember this we used earlier? C over G. Back to G, but we're just going to have a mistake on the B, hitting the B flat by accident. Yeah. So that's actually the end. It kind of tails out there. So let's take. I'll take you through those chords from the E7 again. So there's your E7, F with your gospel riff, and then F sharp. That's all we need to do is come to here. And then same game with the G. Yeah, and then you're out of the chord, out of the bridge. Right, let's take that whole bridge, shall we? I've been walking in Memphis. Do I really feel the way I feel? Little instrumental. There goes. They've got gospel in the air. Reverend Green, be glad to see you when you have got a prayer. And then okay, I'll talk about the structure now, and then we'll talk about putting this tune to bed. We've got the intro piano riff, then we've got verse 1, which continues with the piano riff with just a mildly descending bit at the end, and then we'll have a chorus, Then we have that slightly different intro, number 2, verse 2, kind of version A, version B, then another chorus with our A minor variation. Then we'll have the instrumental version of the bridge. And then we'll have the actual bridge, just what we just learned. And then we'll come out and we'll play the intro again. What's going to happen after that is we will have another verse, right? And that's going to come in 2 parts too. Now, the first part of verse 3 is the same as verse 1. We're going to talk about this in a minute. First part of verse 3 is the same as verse 1. With that kind of, we're going to try and work our way down so that we can get to like back to that kind of chunky chords down there. So that's kind of verse 3, section B. Then there will be a chorus which is not only has the A minor variation, has another, got another variation and is double the length. Then we'll have an intro again, and then we'll have an outro verse, which is exactly the same as verse 1, except for it's got a little kind of rallentando slowdown bit at the end, and then we've got the intro again to get ourselves out. So let's talk about the ending. Okay, verse 3. So we've just done. Verse 3, section 1, exactly the same. Let's maybe take the left hand down. And now the whole section. So that's that little kind of descending pattern that we've done before, so that we don't just have this huge incongruous jump. Now, that is what we're going for next. So it's these two positions again. That's their F sus2, and then your C chord. And if we change what's underneath those, F sus2 becomes G7 sus4, and then C becomes A minor 7. Okay, and if we put that all together, that's finishing on beat 1 with that F sus2 chord. Okay, so that's verse 3 as verse 3 A and B. Let's put all that together. So we've come out of bridge. Kind of mini intro. And now you're into your kind of last chorus. Okay, so your last chorus is going to go walking with my feet and far from beer. Up to the A minor there, like we did in chorus 2, no problem there. I've been walking in Memphis to see, do I really? And then we've got a little variation here. So what I want you to do from the C is we're going to go up to an F chord again, but not here. Take the F, put it on the top. That's one inversion. We're actually going to take the A and put that on the top. Put it all the way up there. And that will enable us to play F and then a C in root position with an E in the bass. C/E, that means C chord, E bass. C over E, right? And then D minor. Right? So let me string that all together. is still there, right? And then we're back into our outro. Right, the outro. It's more of a delivery thing here. It's nothing new, really. So, do I really feel the way intro, as we've done about 3 or 4 times now. And then as verse 1. Put on my blue suede shoes and bought the plane. Touchdown in the land of the blues. Repeat this line. Touchdown in the land of the Delta blues. And then we have a full chord on that A minor. In the middle of the pouring. It says F to G there. We can just have that little kind of suspension of the F. You think that we're going to end, but no, we're not. We're doing this again. And now we're going to descend all the way down. Yeah, so watch this. We're going to go normal position. Working our way down until we essentially play the same as we did in the little reprise of the touchdown in the Land of the Delta Blues line. Let me talk you through that once more. So, same as the beginning. Left hand down, but only for the F and then G. Both, now we'd bring the right hand to join it, and take the left hand down. Chunky at the bottom. So hit the G with that kind of F/G, I think we can call that. And then there's your C. And that's how you play Walking in Memphis. A lot to digest there. Hit me up for questions. You want something detailed, become a member. I'm happy to hear what you say in the comments. See you in the next lesson.